Welcome to the SAP User Experience Strategy Talk. My name is Lingg and I'm the head of SAP User Experience. With me is Frederic Berg. He is VP of SAP Cloud Platform UI Technology. We are both happy to be at TechEd, and in this session we will talk about SAP's user experience strategy, building a human-centric intelligent enterprise. With that, I will hand over to Frederic. Hi, Frederic.
Hi, Alex. Thanks a lot and welcome. COVID-19 has significantly disrupted working practices. Companies need to react fast to changing market demands and make informed decisions based on real-time data. However, with data volumes growing exponentially and the proliferation of both cloud and on-prem business applications, turning data into business value with the speed needed to meet demand is no easy task. Organizations are faced with complex IT landscapes, a ubiquity of data, and scarce development resources. SAP believes that best-run businesses are intelligent enterprises which apply technologies with agile, integrated business processes. With the Intelligent Suite, we provide our customers with the applications to run the most critical business processes, such as customer operations, finance and procurement operations, human resources operations, manufacturing and supply chain operations, to help them overcome these challenges and manage every part of the organization efficiently. Our new Industry Cloud will allow customers to discover and deploy vertical solutions from SAP and partners. These help customers apply leading-edge industry best practices and extend current business processes. To ensure that an organization's business applications can talk to each other, can be integrated within the Intelligent Enterprise portfolio, and can be made with ease of use in mind, a common, unified technology platform is essential. Therefore, we introduced SAP's Business Technology Platform last year to enable business turning data into business value, from on-premise to the cloud. Not only will it be the foundation for all SAP applications of the Intelligent Suite and the Industry Cloud, it will also be the key enabler for our ecosystem to build, integrate and extend SAP applications and provide partner content with one digital marketplace. To date, SAP's Business Technology Platform is a portfolio of integrated solutions that comprises powerful capabilities in 4 technology categories: database and data management, analytics, application development and integration, and intelligent technologies. The Business Technology Platform provides flexibility and agility for developing business applications. Companies can use technologies to collect, manage, and analyze information across their business. They are also empowered to integrate entire landscapes, build new impactful applications that improve business processes and deliver superior business outcomes, and extend SAP applications with open source and third-party technology. SAP continues to integrate this portfolio more tightly along the requirements of our customers to deliver these technologies on one unified platform with a consistent commercial model, one domain model and digital cockpit, an open service catalog, and seamless, consistent user experience. All of these requirements are addressed by and come together in the Business Technology Platform portfolio. Let me give you some examples. In the database and data management, for example, with SAP HANA, you can optimize your data storage and processing with one single database, while SAP Data Warehouse Cloud and SAP Analytics Cloud give you access to critical information to perform advanced analytics and do your planning. To set up your processes in a more agile way, the integration and extension functionalities of SAP Cloud Platform help you to extend, integrate, and build applications across vendors at scale. And finally, the Business Technology Platform capabilities help you infuse intelligent technologies like AI into your business processes in a business-centric, value-adding manner. Today, I would like to focus on user experience and its relevance within the business technology platform portfolio, and talk about how SAP brings consistency and enterprise qualities to all of our products. Let's have a look at today's agenda. We will look at 3 important components of our strategy in the next half hour. First, we will learn about our approach to one user experience and what this means to how our design language evolves over time and in the context of technology innovations. Then we will deep dive on how SAP engages with customers to build design systems and applications that are truly user-centric. Last but not least, we have a look at how understanding enterprise qualities can help you to innovate at scale while staying focused on the needs of your users. And with this, I'd like to hand it back over to Alex.
Thank you, Frederic. Let's talk about user experience and start with a little journey into the past. SAP built a design system over the last years. It's called SAP Fiori. During this time, we learned a lot, from initial idea to the design system for SAP. Of course, we did many mistakes and we learned on how to improve. Let's give you an overview how we did this. In 2013, we started small with a bunch of Fiori applications, focusing on self-service use cases with a responsive web strategy to create a delightful user experience. Leave request and an inbox for any task are just 2 examples. In 2016, we added the power users into the scope, and SAP Fiori became the new face of SAP S/4HANA. We added native mobile to the picture as well. This means with that, Fiori native apps are now available on iOS and Android as well. In 2019, SAP Fiori became the design system for SAP to create a consistent and integrated user experience for the intelligent enterprise. And today, we are fully aware that the design must be easy to apply for all areas, covering all use cases, running on any device, supported by many technology stacks. And in order to scale, we realized together with UI technology that we need to take care of enterprise-ready reuse components. And these we have to build with SAP-owned technology, and we need to open Fiori to other technologies. We have to enable all areas of the company to work towards a delightful and consistent user experience. Imagine the scale SAP is working in. Many different product areas with all industries and personas you can imagine are included. We have the classic SAP product portfolio, plus acquisitions like Ariba, Concur, SuccessFactors, and so on. And of course, we have new development on the business technology platform, and a shipment via on-premise, and a subscription model via the cloud products we are offering today. And all are on a large enterprise scale. Only SAP S/4HANA on-premise consists of more than 350,000 screens. Imagine this amount of apps we are delivering here. And all need to be in an appropriate enterprise quality to make sure that the business of our customers is running best. For SAP, one user experience is key. We have a persona-centric approach, and with that we need to consider all aspects to enable all users running their business best. Regardless if we talk about classic UIs, aka SAP GUI applications, or we build applications for the future. Safeguarding our investments and safeguarding the investments of our customers is key, and it's crucial because you put many efforts and a lot of investments into that. So we need to protect this. Understanding how we can support our customers and end users in the transition into the future is also key, because we don't want to be stuck in the past. We have web and native experience in the scope, and we want to support with that our users in any context and on any device, regardless if a user is using a desktop, a tablet, or a mobile phone when people are traveling. Or even smartwatches, glasses, or specialized devices for barcode scanning, like in a warehouse environment. We are using latest technology, including AR, VR, or even machine learning on the device. All these aspects help to form the user experience for the intelligent enterprises. With that, we create a seamless user experience across any device and for the entire SAP portfolio to enable the end users to run their business best. Let's talk how we can achieve this. As said, we put the user into the center of our activities. And of course, we need to understand the industry needs. So what is required from a certain industry, and imagine you are in utility and there is a very specific work location and environment which we need to consider. And of course, we need to understand how we transform from a desktop-driven world into any device-driven world. This means I assume that, for example, end user in a utilities environment is using a mobile phone, a tablet for the daily business. All those aspects we put into the center of the activity, and we are talking about here user desirability, including technology feasibility and business viability. And this intersection is building the new user experience of the future, including all those aspects. And of course, we cannot do this alone. This means we are here to talk about customer engagement. How do we engage with you? Because we understand and we know that the user-centric approach is necessary. So let me go into this. So we have a process where we are applying, and this is our best practice, how we build our applications. We're starting with the explore phase. This means we are really understanding the opportunities of the customers and putting this into innovation. We have the discover phase where we gain a deep understanding of the customers and the end users' needs. And then the key is the design phase where we put all the efforts into one, setup. This means we have designers, we have developers, we have application experts, and we have end users in one room to create mock-ups, to create a prototype, and to iterate on that. This means we are not guessing what is required, we are knowing this because we are understanding the reality of the users much more. And of course, regardless what we do, we want to deliver this to our customers, regardless if it's on-premise or cloud, regardless which technology. We need to understand how we apply enterprise qualities that out of a prototype with the knowledge of the users, we're delivering a scaling product in the SAP standard environment so that the enterprise users can receive this via our regular channels. And ultimately, we take care that everything is running smoothly, 24/7 hours, of course, the week, and that this is maintained on the long run without any disruption. And with that, I want to hand over to Frederic.
Thank you, Alex. Now let's talk about another topic in the context of the Intelligence Suite. You already mentioned it, enterprise qualities, which is very important. Now, we've heard a few times today how crucial it is to provide technology which allows customers to run their applications at scale. And for SAP customers, this usually means massive scale. In addition, these solutions also address all relevant markets around the globe and need to do so in a secure and performant manner. So ultimately, these are all qualities of an intelligent enterprise. Now let us today look at the relevant enterprise qualities to ensure that not just our internal teams, but also our partners and customers have the appropriate know-how and the right tools to build solutions that are optimally suited to guarantee that your business is running best, but also to understand why enterprise qualities are important for end users as well, and thus are part of the user experience overall. Now, SAP is providing technology such as the SAP Cloud Platform to help you to extend, integrate, and build applications at scale. It's one of the promises we heard on the opening slides of the presentation today, and many applications have already been built on this platform by SAP, our partners and customers. So it is absolutely vital to know the underlying paradigms and qualities. SAP decided to establish a number of product standards to give our teams railguards so that we can build applications at scale which keep the promises made above along a number of different angles, and we'd like to share some of those with you today. We'll have a look at UX consistency and accessibility later on, two very important topics to our customers. In addition to those topics, additional topics such as integration and performance are part of these enterprise qualities as well, along with the need for globalization, right? Again, a very important topic for a global enterprise. And we'll look at this one in detail later on as well. Finally, security is paramount and thus part of the list, as well as a topic which is often overlooked: the appropriate software lifecycle to build, deploy, and maintain software at such large scale. On the following slides, we'll deep dive into some of these aspects to improve your understanding of what's important and how SAP aims to achieve it. Now let's get started with the topic of UX consistency. Looking at the feedback from our customers, we took a large amount of assets from the Fiori design system and worked with all products across the company to create a single product standard for UX consistency, which is mandatory for all SAP products. This standard deals with aspects such as colors and theming, for example, for a more harmonized visual appearance, a shared typography and iconography, a streamlined way that describes how to interact with applications, like where do you save, cancel, and approve, the so-called action placement. We also harmonized the use of terminology across all products, which is a huge gain for consistency across our portfolio. Another major standardization deals with how users can adapt their system settings, one aspect which was vastly different between all products before. One of the most important aspects of this standard, however, deals with the shell bar. And this standard will ensure that all of our products have a common frame around their content. We believe that this standardization has a few very important advantages. It will dramatically lower the learning curve when it comes to using products from across our portfolio. It will improve user satisfaction and ultimately user efficiency, resulting in better business outcomes and an overall improved user experience. Now let's have a look at a second quality, accessibility. This is a standard that really deals with a number of different qualities. For one, such as being able to perform seamless text resizing or supporting different color themes to enhance the readability, or really to provide other assistive tools for the end user. There are kind of several ways to look at this topic overall, and certainly there is a human angle which is very important. Accessibility is all about being inclusive by removing barriers of usage and thus showing true corporate social responsibility through our products and technologies. We believe that this is important for everyone and can help you to become a successful company by supporting a much more diverse workforce. There's of course also a monetary side to this, as being accessible also means that you can reduce potential legal and financial risks by being compliant with local regulations. It can as well make the onboarding of all employees faster and easier, and ultimately reduce the total development cost of a product, especially when using technology from SAP, which gives you a head start in this domain. Another quality, such as integration, is an evergreen and is as important as ever. Providing the right qualities to ensure that integration along processes such as, for example, lead to cash, recruit to retire, and many more is possible and works seamlessly, that's a key value proposition of the business technology platform. And the corresponding product standard ensures that this topic is treated with the right priority, ensuring that enterprise quality in this domain is kept. Now lastly, let's have a look at the topic of globalization, and we've mentioned this one before. We've said how important it is to treat such a seemingly unimportant topic like globalization with the attention it deserves. Because after all, being able to serve a global market sometimes depends on the availability of globalization features, such as providing the right calendar for your market. The examples on this slide show a range of calendars, from a Gregorian calendar displayed in English to the Japanese emperor calendar displayed in Japanese language, to a calendar displayed in Hebrew, of course in this case in a right-to-left display. Right? All of these features and many more are important when serving customers around the globe. Now it's all about supporting a variety of cultural backgrounds and using this technology advantage to improve the way that you can do business and ultimately ensuring your business success. Now we've seen how the perspective of large-scale development for a global market has shaped the face of technology, and now let's turn back to you, the customers, and how you can engage further with SAP. Over to you, Alex.
Thank you, Frederic. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we provide at SAP TechEd. First, we have a bunch of lectures which I can offer to you, and please get familiar with the amount of UX-related lectures we have here in our inventory. And please get familiar what is appropriate in your role and position so that you get the latest trends, the latest hints of what we are doing, and also the latest updates related to SAP and the technology we are delivering with that. On the other hand, we have Meet the Experts, which means there is an expert in a certain space and where you can interact. In a live chat room, for example, where you can really interact and ask you a question, provide feedback. And this is something for people really becoming active part of the TechEd community. Another thing is the usability testing at SAP TechEd. We are pretty proud about that we moved very, let's say, local format from a big room at TechEd to a virtual format. This means everybody is invited to sign up to this new format and provide and get insights about our products. This means you get tested about certain interactions with the system in some areas, and then we take your feedback and we are putting this back into the product portfolio. So it's your opportunity to influence our current product portfolio. And of course, please taking advantage of general possibilities like customer influence and adoption portal. This means you can really influence what we are doing, how we can adopt this, and please get familiar with this. Another aspect is please get active in the user groups so that we are understanding where you have your opinion and where we need to improve. And of course, it's highly appreciated if you can send us your great feedback and the feedback where we really need to change certain things. So it's your chance in those formats to really co-innovate with us and also to sign up for projects like One UX we're doing or where we're currently working on the mobile portfolio of the future. So please engage with SAP at TechEd and even further. Another aspect is, of course, you should continue every day on learning, and we believe the SAP Learning Hub is the platform providing this exactly. This means you have unlimited access to all of our content up to date. Over 300,000 titles are in multi-languages available. You have unlimited access to the learning rooms, which provide structured and non-structured information about what we are doing, what are the insights, and I can invite you to those deep learning sessions. And there is, of course, a special opportunity at SAP TechEd, but at any time you can subscribe to this and you can learn. And it's your opportunity to get more insights, to have a hands-on practice, and also to do deep dives on certain topics and even becoming certified with the global certification program provided by SAP. So I can just invite you, and the benefit is of course with you and with us, because you gain the insights of what we are doing. You can provide feedback, you can skill up to the things we are doing today, and of course you are achieving competitive advantages in the digital transformation you are currently in. To give you some numbers, we have more than 500,000 participants in the Learning Hub overall. We have more than 100 experts getting certified every day, and we have more than 150 plus SAP Global certifications available which you can apply to. With that, I want to say thank you for attending this session, spending time with us. I hope it was informative and it was a door opener to the entire world of one user experience for SAP products and how we are scaling this on a large enterprise portfolio. Thank you very much and have a great day.